I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Police in Ulster County are calling the death of a 2-year-old girl in the town of New Paltz a homicide. The body of little Asia Perez was recovered Wednesday from a residence on Route 32 North, and an autopsy determined the child had died as the result of blunt force trauma. Relatives say Perez had been visiting her aunt at the time of her death. The child's parents were reportedly on their way to New Paltz from their home in the Dominican Republic. No arrests had been made as of Thursday afternoon. Keep checking back here at Record Online for further developments. The mercury was in the 90s, but the real field temperatures topped 100 degrees again today. But a second day of oppressive heat didn't stop some of you from spending some time outside. Some were making the best of it at Middletown's Fancher Davidge Park today, where Justin Van Dyke and friends were doing anything but taking it easy. They were using playground equipment for a serious workout.
Oh, it's good. You get a good sweat. It's hot. You got to push your body more. Works your muscles even more than a cool day. My little brother in shape again. His doctor said he needs to lose some weight, so got to get him out here. Nearby, Teresa Fritz and soon-to-be 4-year-old Dallas had it made in the shade while waiting for a school bus to arrive.
How you coping with the weather?
Hiding inside in the AC. That's it, until dark.
But you chose a good spot here.
Yeah, waiting for the school bus. So, nice shade, we're good.
Hopefully you were good today. And here's something for Middletown school kids to look forward to. The Maple Hill Park swimming pool is looking pretty inviting these days. It's closed now, but municipal pools like this one will be opening up next week. Cooling centers were open again today in some communities. The good news is we'll be getting a bit of relief from the intense heat in the days ahead. A New York City police officer who lives in the town of Wallkill is facing charges involving inappropriate sexual contact with a 16-year-old boy from Wallkill. Following a tip called into the NYPD, 26-year-old Rosandre Berger was arrested by Town of Wallkill police investigators on charges of criminal sexual act, unlawful dealing with a child, and endangering the welfare of a child. Town Police Chief Robert Hertman says the sexual contact occurred on several occasions between the months of February and June. And Chief Hertman is in the news as well with word that the town's Police Benevolent Association is calling on the Wallkill Town Board to remove him from office. 80% of the PBA membership recently backed a no-confidence vote in Hertman, saying the chief, quote, uses fear and intimidation to manipulate officers. Hertman supporters label the no-confidence vote a ploy by the police union to gain leverage in upcoming contract negotiations. In Sullivan County, a toxicology evaluation will determine if alcohol was a factor in a fatal ATV crash that happened early this morning on Little Ireland Road near Livingston Manor. State police say 30-year-old Mark Walters of Roscoe died at the scene after his ATV flipped over. Investigators say he was apparently going too fast around a curve. Walters was not wearing a helmet. It was deja vu for firefighters from Cornwall and vicinity last night, only this time firemen weren't dealing with ice and cold, they were dealing with heat and humidity. As for the second time in 6 months, a major fire broke out at the former Firth Carpet Mill complex off Mill Street in Cornwall. This time, a 3-alarm blaze consumed most of what was left from the massive January fire. The fire that broke out last night has been labeled suspicious. Saying the magnitude of the change must equal the magnitude of the crisis, Kingston School District Superintendent Paul Padalino rolled out a plan to close 3 of the district's elementary schools as of June of 2013, citing a reduced student population and cuts in state aid. Padalino is looking for school board approval to move forward with his recommendation to close Anna Devine School in Rifton, Xena Elementary in Woodstock, and Sophie Finn Elementary in Kingston. Padalino says by sending students to other schools, the Kingston district would save about $4.7 million a year. Superintendent pointed to statistics that show the district has seen a 19% drop in enrollment since 2004 and a 13% reduction in state aid since 2008. Padalino is hoping the school board will okay the closure plan by September. Meantime, emotions were running high today as well in the Rondout Valley School District, where students and staff said a final goodbye to Rosendale Elementary School. another local school that's closing for good due to declining enrollment and rising costs. Parents join students in a final salute to classrooms beginning in the fall. K through 3 students will be shifted to Marbletown School, with those in the 4th through 6th grades attending the middle school. And they chose to routinely miss a half day of school at their home districts so they could attend classes offered through Orange-Ulster-Boise CTEC, the Career and Technical Education Center. And Wednesday evening, 791 students from 17 local school districts were spotlighted during the 45th annual student recognition ceremony at SUNY Orange in Middletown. The honorees had taken advantage of a myriad of programs that range from culinary to law enforcement to mechanical.
We want to not only give them the skills they need for their career area, but we want to give them the soft skills they need. We talk to them and about work ethics and being responsible and professional. And all of our students that are graduating participate in mock interviews prior to graduation, and many of them get hired in those mock interviews, so we're very proud of them.
42% of CTEC grads are presently working part-time, and 86% are planning on continuing their education. We will be getting a bit of a break from the oppressive heat. Friday will be partly sunny with thunderstorms expected during the late afternoon and evening hours. The highs will be in the upper 80s. Saturday will be partly sunny, not as uncomfortable, with temperatures topping out in the mid-80s. Stay on top of what's happening locally right here at Record Online and get all the news and features that will be available to you in tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.